Yo, what's up, my Mullet Sharp here, bringing you guys another video, and today I am still feeling a little sick, so if I have to stop to like drink water or cough in the middle of the video, I apologize. This is a live commentary. Reason why I wanted to do it live, this video is going to be about the recent patch that came out last night. I'm going to read you guys the patch notes, some major things. The bow, the damage was reduced, the max damage range was decreased, so the range was taken down, and the recoil was adjusted, which means it was added recoil. So let's start out with the bow. I've already played with it with the foregrip. Didn't see like really any change. It was like the same gun. Now, not a lot of people use the foregrip. A major thing that people like to use is the bow. I guess you can't shoot through that gate. Is the bow with quick draw, red dot, and stock. Now I don't have stock unlocked, but I normally use red dot, grip, and stock. I do not use quick draw. So this is the bow without the grip. The reason why I wanted to do this live is so you guys know that I'm not going in trying to find, you know, just a gameplay of me just absolutely destroying people, and it doesn't. I like it to be real. You know, if I have a bad game, I want you guys to see it, and I want it to be like, you know, I'm having a bad game either because I was getting outplayed or maybe because the bow just wasn't the bow. And I'm also going to be rocking with the ASM this game. I went and unlocked all the, you know, the attachments needed for the ASM. Now I don't have quick draw for it, but I do have the laser sight, advanced rifling, and foregrip. So we're going to rock with the ASM because that's another thing that got updated in the patch. Let me move my mic closer to my mouth. In the patch, it says that the HPR's range was increased, but the big things was the ASM and the MP11, the two submachine guns. The range were increased, so it's supposed to be. It's supposed to do more damage from range. It's supposed to be better. So we'll test that out. As far as this bow's going right now, I don't really see too much of a recoil difference. Now, I just sat there and shot all those bullets into that wall right there. I have the paintball effect on. You see how those bullets just shot. I'm not really seeing too much of a difference here with the recoil of the bow. Now, as far as the damage goes, who knows? I mean, you'll only see that a couple times just because Call of Duty's inconsistent like that. You know, sometimes you're gonna melt people. It's online. You're gonna kill people really quick. Sometimes you're not, and you know, you might see more times than more times you're not gonna get that kill as quick. Pardon me. But as you see, the bow is still the bow. Oh, I gotta drink some water. My throat's scratchy. The worst part about getting sick is still trying to do videos. So we're going to switch to the ASM. And I know a lot of people tell me when I get sick, take a break, but I don't want to take a break. You know, because this is kind of a major thing, you know. The submachine guns were updated. And this right here, you see those shots right there, if I had the bow, those guys would have been dead. And I know you guys are like, well, you know, you gotta play toward, you know, towards the gun. Play for the gun. Submachine guns aren't meant to be killing people from that far range. And I can agree with that if this was a real life situation. But motherfuckers got exosuits. This shit ain't real life. These maps are made for long range gunfights. That's just how it is. These maps were not made for submachine guns. Call of Duty 4. Submachine guns could kill across the map. If you had a really good shot, you could P90 someone across the map, you know, easily. Now, if you're on Overgrown and you're going up against an M16 and you have a P90 or an MP5 and you map someone with it, yes, you destroyed that player. That's just how it was. But those maps were made to where, and the game types in that map were so you could run around with a submachine gun and get away with it, and you could play a certain way and get away with it. I just don't know. I just don't see it with this game because M16 is different. M16 was not dominant close range. The bow is dominant long range and close range, so that's where it kind of makes it hard. You can go in the hard point with the bow and hold it down. You can hard aim and, you know, just mow anyone down coming through a doorway. And I know people are like, well, you get to the hard point with the submachine gun, you're gonna be dominant. The key word there is getting to the hard point with a submachine gun. If you get to the hard point with a shotgun, you're gonna be dominant, but you gotta get to the hard point with the shotgun. Sorry, my throat is itchy. So like right there, that guy. I don't know if I just got turned on by this guy. Let's watch it. No. I was trying to shoot his teammate in front of him, and the guy with the shot didn't die. That's where you run into a problem. I still don't think these submachine guns are that good. And I saw a lot of pros tweeting out that they tried playing 8s with them. You know, people running submachine guns, and it really came down to a lot of them were saying that, you know, you might see one ASM brought out. And I know a lot of you guys are going to tell me try, you know, oh, why didn't you try the K11 in this gameplay? Well, I strictly saw a bunch of tweets saying the ASM is what everyone's using. It's what is going to be the most viable to be used. And people tried the K11 and it just didn't work. I don't know. I guess it all comes down to personal preference, because people like Moho and Fizzar would use the K11 even in scrims, and even at the event I saw them at Columbus using the K11. We played against Fizzar. He ran a K11. And did it work? No, shit did not work. He was using it on CTF Ascend, I think, and it just doesn't work out. I mean, like these kills right here, close range, you're gonna get those. But like I'm saying, if you have a submachine gun, I'll break it down for you guys in this hardpoint right here. Say they have control of the hardpoint. What do I gotta do? I gotta break it. I gotta come through this metal detector right here and kill a bow right there off that head glitch. Now I wasn't shooting at him. I'm probably gonna kill that guy, but I gotta kill. Say Scumpy is sitting in that head glitch right there, or he's on top of those stairs. I boost in with a submachine gun. Look at this. Rest in peace to my career. We're losing this map. That's where you gotta look at it. That's where you gotta, you know, look at the guns and see, is it gonna work in certain situations. For pubs, yeah, it's a better gun. I mean, you're not really playing against the best people in pubs. They're not really the smartest. They're not really set up the great. It's mostly people running around. But this kill right here, this guy would be dead if I had a bow. And that's where I look at situations to where it's like, you know, do I want a bow or do I want a submachine gun? And that comes back to where people say, well, it's a submachine gun, it shouldn't be able to kill from that far away. You gotta change your play style to play towards a submachine gun. When in every Call of Duty that's had, you know, good submachine guns, they were able to kill. Submachine guns were good cross map. The difference between any Call of Duty, if you look at it, any Call of Duty that had, you know, a balance between guns, it was just the submachine guns could kill across map. MW2, you could ump someone across the map easily in MW2. Was it hard? Yes. Now, yeah, will you be able to you know, ASM someone across the map in this game? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as easy because it doesn't kill as fast. The ump is obviously a much stronger gun if you had stopping power on it. Even if you didn't have stopping power on it, you know, some people use lightweight and they got rid of stopping power. You could still cross map someone with an ump in MW2. Like I said, Call of Duty 4, you could have cross mapped someone with a P90 and MP5. But like this right here, if I had a bow, that character up there would be dead. And that's where I still don't think submachine guns are gonna be, you know, usable. And you guys can hate on this video because I know a lot of you guys want. I want submachine guns to be good just as much as the next guy. If you've been following me, you know, I've been a pro Call of Duty player since Call of Duty 4, and I'm mostly known for being able to use submachine guns. You know, there's some players that are mostly known for their AR skills, such as like a JCap. There's players that are known for submachine gun skills. Now I kind of would switch back and forth between both, but mostly I'm known for using submachine gun. Excuse me. Such as the MP5 and stuff in COD 4, UMP and MW2, Black Ops 1, AK-74U, and the FAMAS. Now the FAMAS ended up being the only dominant gun in that game. Why? Because Treyarch decided to nerf the AK-74U and pretty much made it unusable. Now it was strong, it could kill across the map, and it was pretty much all people were using, but they decided to nerf it and it became just, you know, 44 FAMAS, kind of like this game with all bows. But I guess they're trying to fix it. I think they just need some more tweaks to finalize fixing it, and I think also the movement in this game adds something to that too. You know, if you have a bow and you boost back, jump through the air, and fade away, you're most likely going to kill someone hard aiming with a bow. You know, or if they're hard aiming with a sub, it's just that's a situation where the bow's going to come in handy. What's another thing I can compare it to? I'm trying to think here. Called Black Ops 2. Now you couldn't really across map someone. I mean, you could with the MSMC. It wasn't that easy because you had to go up against the FAL in the beginning, and then you had to go up against the M8. It was like a really good burst gun from long range, and plus that map was that game was just made like the way the game was made. It was made like the hills were nice and big, and there was only a couple doors people could come in. There's so many ways people can come in these hills that the bow can just be, you know, hard aim in the hill, shoot someone. Maybe if you got rid of stock on the AR. Now, if you got rid of the stock on the AR, that could make it an all submachine gun game. Maybe the bow wouldn't even be that used. Who knows? Or it could still just be the same. It could all be bow. I mean, there's different things we could try to make subs more usable. Now, I know I just went 36 and 23, but like I said, we're playing pubs. I'm killing Skanto 666L or whatever his name is, and that's a big difference than, you know, going up against Optic or Envy, and trying to pick those dudes out of head glitches when they're setting up with bow. So I don't know. This is just kind of like a first impressions. Like I said, I wanted to go in with, you know, the gun having the attachments that I would be using in a pub setting. Now I might switch out the laser sight for the quick draw. But that doesn't really affect how fast the gun kills or anything like that. That just affects the ADS and the hip fire. But the good things about, I guess, running a sub is you would be faster and you have better hip fire. So if you're playing CTF or something like that. But also the bad things about the sub is if you're playing uplink, if someone's gonna grab that uplink and they grab the satellite, they hit that uplink, or not they hit that overclock exo, they're out. You know, you're shooting them in with a sub. It takes a long time to kill that person with a bow. Imagine if you're shooting them with an ASM. It's not going to be a good situation. So that's my opinion on the subs. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, like I said, you guys might hate on this video for the fact that I'm sitting here just bashing the subs the whole time, and I'm not really. You might say I'm not giving them a chance, but like I said, I want the subs to be a dominant gun just as much as the next guy. I don't like seeing 4v4 bows, but I still just don't think with what was changed to the gun that it's going to be, that they're going to be that good. And just from playing pubs, like I said, just from playing pubs, you know, seeing the kills that I could get if I had a bow, it's just not gonna change it. Now, I don't think they should make the bow any worse, because if you make the bow any worse, then it's just gonna make the game, you know, that much harder. And I know you guys say, well, it could be a good thing for the game to be harder, but harder to the point to where you got to think the uplink guy has so much health that if you can't hit the guy and he's just dashing back and forth with all his health, it's going to make it that much harder to kill him if you have a bunch of weak guns that have a bunch of recoil, and it's just going to make uplink a cap game. So you can't really have it to the point where it's like hard to kill people. You know, especially like search and destroy. People could just dash away and get away. Like, oh, can't kill that guy because this gun's weak and has a lot of recoil. Some of the other things that they changed about the game types, I've been talking about uplink in this video. They changed the distance in which you could pass the ball. You can't throw it, you know, all the way across the map. You can't be making mile-long passes. So there is a distance limitation on passing the satellite drone. Also, it says adjusted the required throw angle. So I guess you have to be at a different angle to throw it. And they fixed the spawns on uplink. And hardpoint, they altered spawn logic to prevent cluster spawning near the hardpoint, and they fixed rare hardpoint location disappearing issue in private match. Never really had that happen. And they capture the flag, they adjusted spawn logic and capture the flag to make it less likely for players to spawn near their own flag. That's pretty much it. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have played with any of some machine guns, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, try the KP5 or whatever, K11. The KF5 right there. Or no, the MP11. They changed it. They added range to the MP11. MP11 was actually the submachine gun that I liked before they did, or before anything. This is actually my favorite submachine gun. So I actually might have to do a video testing this gun out. I thought they were talking about the KF5 for some reason, but might have to test this gun out, do a video. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm about to cough, so be sure to subscribe if you guys are not subscribed. My eyes are watering. My face is getting red. So like the video, and as always, your boy Sharp. I'm out. Peace.